What up, what up, what up? Top of the evening, top of the evening. It's your boy. All right. I'm gonna just jump straight into it. I had to get this video out the way because I knew it was gonna happen. I knew everything that was gonna play out the way it played out. All right. So I'm gonna jump into the whole child support thing, right? We're like bitter. This message for bitter, evil, vindictive mothers. If this does not apply to you, let it fly. If it don't apply to you, let it fly. If it apply to you and you feel away, then hey, that's on you. But if it don't apply to you, let it fly, right? All right. Couple years back, right? When I couple years back when I walked away from my kid's mother, right? I made a agreement with her. Well, I tried to make an agreement with her. She didn't want that agreement. I offered her I would give her a certain amount of money every month. She didn't want that. Okay, granted. You know, her choice, whatever. She took me to child support court or whatever the case may be. The amount I was gonna give her, she got way less. Way less. So I'm like, okay, whatever. If that's what you want, that's what you want to rock with, then so be it. Because I tried to give you a certain amount. I was trying to be fair for the two kids that we share together. She didn't want that. She wanted a bigger amount. We went to court. She got way less. So I'm like, all right, that's extra money in my pocket. Whatever. So be it. All right. Fast forward now. Yeah, I'm on papers. Mind you, she put me on child support when I wasn't working, right? I explained to her, I was like, yo, how you gonna put somebody on child support that's not working, whatever the case. Oh no, that's not working, whatever the case may be. She was like, she don't care. She was like, as long as she get her money, she don't care what happens to me. She was like, she don't care if I get locked up, they take my driver's license privilege, all that and the whole nine. She said to me, okay, of course, I'm a man. It hurt. To hear that, it hurt. But I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna get on my feet and I'm gonna show her like, you ain't stopping nothing over here, which she never stopped anything. And it's going on, what, 9 years I've been on? No, 10 years. Yeah, May next month will make 10 years I've been on child support. May something, I can't remember the date. But I was showing her like, yo, you ain't stopping nothing over here. I'm gonna still progress and do what I gotta do, which I have been doing. All right. Now it came to the point my son was going to college, right? Came to the point my son was going to college. I was the bigger man. I reached out to her. I was like, yo, and that's the thing with my kid's mom. I think she be forgetting we have texts and conversations, but I don't forget anything. I save all of my receipts. So whenever she try to say something didn't happen, I can just pull it up and she'll look like whatever that she is. All right. I was like, what's going on with the tuition? She straight up said to me, don't worry about tuition. You just make sure I get my payments or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, all right, cool. I tried to be the bigger man. That's what I get for being the bigger man, because I was like, you know what, I'll reach out and ask her, you know, maybe we could split something. Although I was gonna still be paying child support. That was me being the bigger man. She straight up told me, don't worry about it. She got it. She got it covered. It's nothing for me to worry about. Just make sure the payments, she receives her payments. I'm like, all right, whatever the case may be. Now my son is about to graduate college, mind you. He's about to graduate next month, May. He's gonna graduate, right? She never brought up anything from all the years. She put me on child support. She never brought up anything about help and rent increase and all this. Now, mind you, she lives in housing, right? When you live in housing, I can't remember how it go. Like, I have friends that are supervisors. I gotta reach out to them. They're supervisors for housing, right? When you're in housing, I think it's every 2 years or every 3 years, you gotta show your income, like if it's still the same or if it went up or whatever the case may be. She thinks I'm a fool. That's the crazy thing. She thinks I'm a fool. So if your housing, if your housing went up, right? If your rent got increased, that means either your paycheck, you know, got greater, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm from what I was told, because I don't really know the ins and outs of housing or whatever. So that means you got more money or whatever, you got to raise, whatever the case may be. So whenever those 2 years or 3 years, however it go, that you got to recertify and show them that, you know, your income either went up or it's still the same, you got to show that proof, right? Okay. This is 2026. This is April 2026, right? My kid's mother tries to get me back. She's trying to get me back in child support court, or whatever the case may be, right? Okay, boom. She wrote down on the paper, right? She's been paying college tuition from 2022, and she in dance classes for our daughter, and she has no help. Now, all the times I try to reach out, and because I stopped, it's been years now. I reached out to be like, yo, I'll help. I'll do my part. To be, when I say do my part, meaning I'll still pay your child support, but I'll also do something else on the side. That's me being a bigger person. That's because I'm not evil. I have no hate in my blood. That's just me being a bigger person and me being raised by a good mother and I ain't gonna talk with the father, but a good mother, right? Because, you know, my pops he was there, he was in and out, whatever the case may be. All right, boom. She wrote down that her rent went up, and she's put our daughter in dance class, this, that, and the third. Now, mind you, here's the beautiful part about the dance class, right? When she was telling me she wanted to put in dance class, I knew of two dance schools, right? That we wouldn't have had to pay anything. And if we would have had to pay something, it would have been maybe $60 a month or something like that. Because these people rock with me. And their dance school is a good school where they do competitions. They go to Jersey, Connecticut, I think Philly, where they compete and all that stuff like that. I was willing to reach out to those friends to put our daughter in that, right? She didn't want that. Once again, she puts my daughter in. Well, mind you, I don't even know how much my daughter dance school is. That's another thing. She told me one price, but when I take my daughter to dance classes on Monday, and I be hearing like the parents talking, I'm just sitting there listening. I'm hearing a total different amount. So, which means she put our daughter in an expensive dance school, not even something that's reasonable or feasible. It's like something just expensive, and then now you want to come and complain and say it's hard for you. You can't do it, this, that, and the third. When I tried to work with you and be the bigger person, you didn't want that. You want to do everything on your own, and then you want to run with this narrative like most vindictive and evil kids' mothers. They want to run with that narrative that they're doing this all on their own, they have no help, and this, that, that. But y'all not talking about when the man reaches out and the man is like, look, I'll help out. You just want to, no, I don't need it. But now you want to come back and say you need extra help, right? Okay. Here's where it gets a little funny. Because like I said, I know my kid's mother like the back of my hand. My son just turned 21. Well, correction, our son, because I don't use that my. That's what she has used throughout the whole time I was dealing with her. Our son turned 21 2 months ago. February, right? 2 months ago. We're in April. So that's February, March, April. I called this play from years ago. I told 3 of my homegirls this. And when I showed my homegirls the paperwork, they was cracking up. They was like, yo, you call this play like football. I was like, I know that because I know this girl. Okay. Our son turned 21 last 2 months ago, February, right? You didn't take me for child support or anything like that. But because you know our son is emancipated off of the child support order because he's 21 and he's about to graduate college. Now you know that extra couple of dollars that you were getting, now you know you're not getting it no more. So now you want to make it seem like you want to, your rent went up and child and dance class and all this stuff. Why you didn't say this years ago? Why you didn't say this in 2024 or 2023? Why you wait till now when he's off of the paper, off of the child support order? Now you want to make it seem like you need money for child support for him. Then she put him down on the paper saying she still needs child support for our son. He is 21 years of age and about to graduate next month, May 2026. And you brought this up saying you still need child support for him because it's hard on you and this, that, and the third. Now, a couple years back, right? I can't remember maybe it was 20. It was when we used to speak on the phone briefly, not no, hey, what's up, whole conversation. No, it was very, very briefly. And we got into a little argument, and she specifically said to me, she was like, even when our son graduate, you're going to still have to pay child support. And I'm like, how am I going to still have to pay child support? Because if he graduate, he's 21. So child support ends at 20. Because all the years I thought at 18 it ends, but I was wrong. Child support for kids ends at 21 or whatever the case may be. She said, oh no, I'm going to make it where you still got to pay. So when I received the paperwork or whatever, and I thought about it, I'm like, wait a, this girl said that. She did say this a couple years back. I'm going to still have to pay child support even after he's 21. And it's just so strange. All of this is playing into fruition. Like, it's crazy. 21 years of age, my son is, and she's still talking about she needs child support. When I was lied about her whole career or whatever. I was under the impression she was a nurse. Come to find out, I mean, I don't even know. I just know she works at a hospital. She was running with the narrative. She was a nurse, whatever the case may be. That's her lie to tell. That's for her and her, whoever she got to deal with that. Like, I still have the text messages where when she was going to the, cause she did, oh my God, she did medical assistant and all that stuff. And then she was like, yeah, I'm going to be a nurse and this and that, third, whatever the case may be. Mind you, we were together, but I wasn't asking her like what's going on and all that stuff, because I really didn't care. So I wasn't asking it. So if you're a nurse, why you, or whatever you do, whatever my kid's mother do, why you chasing me for child support? A little couple of dollars. You always said you didn't need child support from me. And that's the text message I'm going to post. I am so going to post that message. The whole conversation. She specifically told me, and this was like 2023, maybe 24. I got to look at the timestamp. I can't remember. But she straight up told me she don't need the child support. So if you don't need the child support, why is the order still going on? If you don't need the child support, why is it still going on? I know why it's still going on. Because you want to still get in my pockets because I left you and I walked away from marriage that I did not want, that you knew of. I could see if I lied to you when we met and say, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. No, you knew that I didn't want no marriage. But because you held my son against me and was like, oh, if I don't marry you, if I don't marry you, that you're going to take our son and go down south. That's the only reason why I went through with the marriage. You held our child against me. You said, I'm going to take him and I'm going to go down south and you'll never see us again. My back was against the wall. I'm not no deadbeat dad. So I fought it and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to get married. Excuse my language. I was like, F it. We're going to get married. Whatever the case may be. Because I knew if I didn't do it, she was going to disappear with our son. I was never going to see my son again. Our son again. I knew that. Like, and the crazy thing about it, all of this behavior, she get it from her mother. Because I still remember conversation she told me, her mother put her father on child support because the man was in a new relationship. The man walked away from her, from my kid's mother. He walked away from her, but because she heard he was in a new relationship, then she went and put him on child support. Like, the system is really messed up. Like, they really need to look into that with these women. And it's not all women, because I know many women that didn't put their kids' fathers on child support. Because they say, you know what? We're grown and we're mature. We can work this out. I know many women like that. But my kid's mother, she get it. Like, you know, they say the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Like, all of the times I would be around, right? In the beginning stages. Our son was a couple months or whatever. And my kid's mother would ask her mother right in front of me about her father. Her mother would say, oh, don't worry about that, man. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do shit for you. Yeah, that's why I put him on them child support. Don't talk about that, man. So it's like, and that's where I went wrong. And I own up to it. I can take accountability. That's where I went wrong. When I heard that should have been my exit sign to exit left. But I didn't leave because I'm a day one. I'm a solid dad. I'm active. Since both our kids were born, I was there. In the hospital room, everything. Went home with our kid and everything with our kids. Like, I'm not no deadbeat dad. But because she want to run and tell all of whoever she's telling, because stuff be getting back to me, but I'm waiting to expose all of that. It's a time and a place for everything. Because some of her own friends who she thinks is her friends, I know some stuff. Like, I know some stuff, but I'm not going to get into that. It's a time and a place for everything. So all that'll come to light when the time is right. But her mother was like that, like just upset. Like, oh, the man ain't do nothing for you. Don't talk about him. I don't care about him. He ain't nothing. This, that, and the third. And I'm just sitting there just listening. Like, it's so much I could talk about. So much I could talk about that went on within that household. Because when our son was born, my kid's mother was still living with her mother. So I would go over there to see our kid or whatever, right? But it's so much I could talk about that. For me to talk about this, who did I get it from? Obviously, I got it from my kid's mother and her mother. Like, obviously, like, it's so much I could talk about. But they're not important. What's important is the fact this girl is really chasing me down for child support for our 21-year-old son. That's one. And complaining, saying expenses went up and this, that, and third. You're the one who wanted to put our daughter in an expensive dance school. Because when I reached out to you and told you, look, we could do this, you didn't want to have anything to do with me. You didn't want to have anything to do with me. And it's sad because I remember the rapper 50 Cent when he, in the early 2000s, when he was going through his issues with his kid's mother. I was saying to myself, oh yeah, look, 50 don't take care of his kids, this, that, and third. But when he showed those receipts, I'm a man. I had to own up to it. I was like, yo, I was wrong. I ran with the narrative what the mother was saying about 50. And then come to find out she was the one that was wrong. And now look what's going on all over again now with me. And I'm not even a rapper. I don't even got 50 Cent money. Like, yo, it's crazy. But I go to court. Well, we go to virtual court next week, right? I'm gonna do a part 2 to this and let y'all know what went on, what sob stories, what lies, what she because she's a good crier. She will cry on the spot. Oh, it's too hard for me. I can't do this and this, that, and the third. And he's living his best life and I can't do this. So please stay tuned. I will upload a part 2 after court. I will upload it. But it's your boy. I just had to share my story, my testimony of what I'm going through. Like, I'm not I'm not with my kid's mother for years. And she's still, like, money has always been the thing. When I came into that family, when I met them, her mother was always up, like, money. And then my kid's mother just took up after her mother. Money. But it is what it is. I know God got me. I ain't stressing it. I'm solid, and that's all that matters to me. But it's your boy. Thank you for listening. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my my Facebook podcast page. Until next time, it's your boy. Yeah.